One Piece chapter 1131, we discover more information about the accursed Prince of Elbaf, Loki, and the implications could lead to the One Piece world being completely engulfed in flames. So please hit that like and subscribe button before we send Loki to your house. Oda gives us some very interesting information about Loki in this chapter. We find out that he has been tied to this tree for 6 years, meaning that he was restrained 4 years prior to Luffy setting out on his journey. We know that he was restrained because he killed his father to eat a legendary devil fruit. Now, luckily, Luffy does not free him in this chapter because he's too busy talking about himself. And Loki makes a crucial mistake. He tries to manipulate Luffy into freeing him, promising to crush one pirate crew of Luffy's choosing, flexing his dominion over the people and other beasts of the land. But Luffy was raised in a forest and trained with giant beasts. So Luffy charms the beast, and Loki along with his servants are confused. The servants mentioned that they were scared that Luffy was just like Shanks, who made them all knock out earlier. And Luffy, hearing Shanks, begins to ask another barrage of questions. But Loki, trying to get Luffy upset, calls Shanks a coward. Luffy immediately charges up a Gear 4th fist and launches it at Loki while he's still chained up. Loki impressively dodges it. After seeing this, Loki thinks to himself that he'll give Luffy a swift death after he frees him, with Luffy pondering why Shanks was there in the first place. Loki has something called a special bounty placed on him by the world government, his bounty being 2.6 billion berry. Now, a lot of people might be asking, what the hell is a special bounty? See, we didn't get Loki's actual bounty poster in this chapter, only the title card in the manga. And bounties are usually used by the government to entice people to hunt pirates, bring them in dead or alive, and collect a special reward. So what would it mean to have a special bounty placed on your head? Well, I theorize that we have already seen a special bounty from the cook of the Straw Hats, Vinsmoke Sanji. Remember when Sanji's bounty poster said wanted alive only? This is what I believe Loki's special bounty is. The government wants Loki captured and brought to them alive because they believe that Loki is the one who possesses the sun god Nika fruit. Or well, they believed, as in they used to. Why would they think this? Because 10 years ago, the pirate Shanks along with his crew stole a devil fruit from a government ship. 6 years after stealing this in Elbaf, a place that Shanks has ties to, rumors start to spread that the Prince Loki killed his father and ate one of Elbaf's legendary devil fruits and is now claiming to be the sun god. The government, hearing this, places a special bounty on his head, wanting him to be captured alive because they want to reclaim this fruit. This puts Shanks in a predicament because if the government finds out that Loki isn't the one who ate the fruit, then they might notice that another pirate is out there on the sea talking about being made of a rubber body and having a fruit called the Gomu Gomu no Mi, a fruit that doesn't exist. Not only this, but Loki wants to wage war with everyone, we can assume, because we don't know his true motives yet. So Shanks then fought, beat, and restrained Loki to that tree. Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hell, he was probably the one who brought all the sea prism stone to Elbaf. He imprisoned Loki there for the next 6 years. This was not only a move to protect Luffy because he hadn't even left his island to become a pirate yet, but it was also to stabilize things on Elbaf for the time being. This is also what Shanks was doing on Elbaf before Loki got there. See, after Luffy left Wano, Shanks knew that eventually Straw Hats would pull up to Elbaf. He wanted to ensure that Loki was still enchained on the island. Now, if the government thought that Loki was the one who ate the sun god fruit, why are they after Luffy now? See, in that scene where we saw Shanks go and speak to the Gorosei, that wasn't actually Shanks, guys. One of the chapters leading up to the end of Egghead, I can't remember the exact one, I'll put the number on the screen, we got a legendary panel. The first one to find the One Piece will be the one to control the world, and then Oda put all the major players in the final saga. There was one box that instead of having someone's face had a silhouette. I believe that this was Shanks' twin brother, and he was the one who went and spoke to the Gorosei and exposed the true identity of the holder of the sun god Nika fruit. See, if that is Shanks' exact twin brother, he could have pulled up to Elbaf under the guise of being Shanks investigated the whole situation, got the information, and then reported back to the Gorosei. Also notice in this scene, we don't actually see Shanks' clothes or anything. He pulls up in a fully black cloak and we only see one side of the face, specifically the side without the scar, because Oda wanted to keep this a secret from us. The mere fact that Shanks had to imprison Loki, I believe, shows the immense strength that Loki possesses, because he did eat a legendary devil fruit after all. And I'm just gonna say it, guys, I think he's a wolf. I think he's a giant wolf, specifically this wolf. Fenrir is the son of Loki in Norse mythology, which is the real world lore that Elbaf is based on. Loki mentions that the place that he's chained to is the underworld of Elbaf, and he's tied to the treasure of Adam tree, the same tree that Frankie used some branches from to build the indestructible Thousand Sunny, that this giant is casually lifting here like a toy in this panel. This tree is so massive, it literally creates the island of Elbaf on which the giants live. Oda, however, being the genius that he is, also tied this tree directly to the world tree Yggdrasil in Norse mythology. See, the world tree in Norse mythology is the tree that all the realms sit on. One of these realms is the underworld and is considered a frozen wasteland where souls go to after they die, which is exactly how Loki describes this part of Elbaf, saying that if you dig up the snow here, there's bodies of humans and giants buried. And the fact that he's trapped there reminds me of another story from Norse mythology in which Fenrir gets chained to a massive island waiting release for Ragnarok. The same way that Loki is currently tied to the giant tree that is the island itself. Yo, absolute peak by Oda, guys. This chapter is an absolute banger, and shout out to all of y'all if y'all made it this far into the video. So let me know in the comments if y'all think I'm cooking or if y'all think I'm completely off the mark. And I just want to say to all of y'all, have a good day. Bye.